Some folks said these cities were too quiet, too fast, or not what they used to be. So they dipped, packed their bags, chased big lights, big rent, and bigger headaches. But guess who stayed? Yep, Black folks. And we didn't just stay. We rebuilt, rebranded, and redefined the vibe. Now, those same boring places folks laughed at are glowing up. From boardrooms to block parties, these 10 US cities are bursting with Black brilliance. Real success stories, not just hashtags. This ain't about survival anymore. It's about ownership, education, and elevation. Entrepreneurs are buying back blocks, young grads are coming home to lead, and the culture? Baby, it's loud, proud, and unbothered. Forget the negative headlines. These cities are flipping the script and writing Black America's next chapter with joy, money, and a dash of seasoning. So who's watching from the sidelines, and why can't they look away? Let's dive in. The countdown begins. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep that notification bell ringing because you're going to want to see who made the list. Number 10. Poughkeepsie, New York. You've probably seen that viral TikTok where a Brooklyn family traded their shoebox apartment for an actual house, and then you squinted like, wait, where is that? Yep, Poughkeepsie. Sounds like something your GPS says before giving up, right? But here's the plot twist. This Hudson Valley city is suddenly that place everyone's whispering about. And no, we're not talking about hipsters chasing cheap rent. We're talking Black professionals, families, and dreamers realizing, hold up, I can breathe and build wealth here? So let's ask the real question. How did this mid-sized city, just 90 minutes north of NYC, quietly become a hub of Black opportunity? In 2023, nearly 10,000 Black residents called Poughkeepsie home. That's not some fringe community. That's nearly half the city's core population. And it's not just the head count. This place is being tracked in Urban Institute's national mobility datasets, meaning researchers see it as a city with real potential for upward movement. Something's happening here. And if you blink, you'll miss it. Rewind a few decades, and Poughkeepsie was your classic post-industrial mystery. Once buzzing with manufacturing jobs, it saw economic decline hit hard in the 80s and 90s. But here's the twist. Unlike many struggling towns, it never fully hollowed out. Poughkeepsie had diversity baked in. Scholars even flagged it in a 2000 study on small city dualism, calling it part of the metro hinterland, where working-class Black and brown families held the line while others fled. The pain was real. Shuttered factories, high unemployment, struggling schools, but so was the resilience. Now fast forward to today, where the national Black-white upward mobility gap has shrunk by roughly 27% over the past 15 years, according to Opportunity Insights 2024. That means cities like Poughkeepsie aren't just surviving, they're part of a broader comeback story. Local job growth in healthcare, education, and remote-friendly tech is luring young professionals who were priced out of NYC. And with median home prices still hovering under $350,000, this city offers something that's become a unicorn in America: affordability without isolation. Look around, and you'll see the glow-up in real time. Black-owned coffee shops popping up on Main Street, first-time homeowners reclaiming century-old brownstones, and college grads choosing to stay instead of sprinting back to the Bronx. It's a city rewriting its narrative, from overlooked to on the rise, proving that the next Black Wall Street might not need skyscrapers to make history. So, is Poughkeepsie the blueprint for how mid-sized cities can thrive without gentrifying their soul? Because let's be honest, white folks are watching from the sidelines, trying to figure out when the script flipped. Drop your thoughts below, especially if you've lived this shift firsthand. And stick around, because next up, we're heading to a city that's flipping every stereotype on its head. Think you can guess the next city? Don't blink. Number 9. Raleigh, North Carolina. You ever meet a city that's quietly minding its business, sipping sweet tea, and still out here winning? That's Raleigh. While Charlotte's out there flexing its skyline and Atlanta's making headlines every other week, Raleigh's just stacking blessings like a quiet millionaire. And here's the kicker. The U.S. Census and Pew Research data show Raleigh's Black community isn't just thriving, they're outpacing much of the nation. Black household incomes here sit above $58,000, Unemployment is among the lowest in the South, and more than 43% of Black adults hold a college degree. That's not a flex, that's a whole workout. But here's the big question. How did a once sleepy Southern capital become a magnet for Black brilliance? The answer's layered like Carolina barbecue, a little sweet, a little smoky, and deeply rooted in history. Back in the day, Raleigh was the kind of place you passed through on your way to somewhere bigger. Then came the Research Triangle Park, and boom, tech jobs, biotech, education, and startups turned this place into Silicon Valley with hush puppies. Black professionals saw the writing on the wall, and it said, "Opportunity lives here." Now folks from DC, New York, and Chicago are ditching overpriced apartments and diversity statements that don't deliver for Raleigh's affordable homes, steady jobs, and real sense of community. Picture this. Backyard barbecues, neighbors who wave, a strong church network, and co-working spaces buzzing with Black-owned startups. Even local universities like NC State, Shaw, and St. Augustine's are churning out homegrown talent that's staying put, investing back, and reshaping the city. Raleigh's Black Renaissance isn't loud. It's strategic. You'll find tech geniuses launching startups near downtown, creative collectives building art hubs, and entrepreneurs flipping old storefronts into modern spaces with Southern charm. It's the kind of city where you don't have to beg for a seat at the table. You can build one right on your porch and still have room for a cookout. And don't get it twisted, the city's still got soul. Between Oakwood's historic beauty, Fayetteville Street's buzz, and local spots serving shrimp and grits with live jazz, Raleigh feels like that rare combo of progress and peace. No chaos, no hype, just consistent wins and a growing community that's smart, free, and fearless. So what happens when a city trades the noise for nuance and lets success speak for itself? You get Raleigh, a quiet storm in the South, rewriting what Black excellence looks like, one business, one graduate, one dream at a time. And trust me, if you think this Carolina gem is impressive, wait till you see number 8. A small-town shocker, where Black success is rewriting the rulebook in the most unexpected place. Hit that like button, drop your favorite Raleigh moment in the comments, and stick around, because this next one's gonna make you rethink everything you thought you knew about Utah. Number 8, Provo, Utah. Now let's be real. When somebody says Utah, your mind probably flashes to snow-capped mountains, marathon-running Mormons, and more ski slopes than seasoning. But here's a shocker. Tucked in the heart of all that quiet is a city where Black success is quietly skyrocketing. Welcome to Provo, Utah. Yeah, Provo, you didn't mishear that. According to a 2024 apartment list and Brookings study, Provo ranks among the top 5 U.S. cities for Black economic mobility, right up there with Raleigh and Poughkeepsie. Turns out this blink-and-you'll-miss-it town might just be the cheat code for peace, prosperity, and progress. Now you might ask, how does a place with a Black population under 2% pull that off? Simple. Fewer stereotypes, fewer barriers, and more chances to just live and thrive. Black residents here are climbing income ladders faster than national averages, with median household earnings near $70,000 and unemployment rates among the lowest in the country. It's like the universe said, "Okay, y'all want a reset? Here's one with mountain views and a mortgage you can actually afford." But this glow-up didn't happen overnight. Utah's story has roots in resilience, from the early Black pioneers who traveled west in the 1800s, carving out communities in one of America's whitest states, to the new generation of remote workers, entrepreneurs, and grads, arriving with laptops and big dreams. They're blending Southern charm, Silicon Slopes hustle, and a side of community building that makes Provo feel like family. You might not find a soul food restaurant on every corner, but you will find locals eager to support the ones that pop up. Because here, representation isn't just appreciated, it's amplified. Provo's kind of like that cousin you didn't take seriously until they pulled up in a Tesla, holding house keys and a promotion letter. It's not flashy, no wild nightlife, no Atlanta-level culture scene, but it's working smarter, not louder. And for Black professionals, tired of constant code switching or skyrocketing rents, that peace and prosperity combo hits like gospel. So, what if success isn't always about moving to the biggest city? What if the real wins are in places that let you build, breathe, and be? Provo's answering that question with a confident, Watch me. It's not about the spotlight, it's about the blueprint. Stick around, because if Utah just made you raise an eyebrow, wait till you see Merced, a Texas city that's been hiding in plain sight while quietly turning its Black community into a financial powerhouse. Hit that like, drop your small city surprise in the comments, and keep riding this wave. The glow-up's just getting started. Number 7. San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio is that quiet achiever in the Texas lineup. Not loud like Houston, not flashy like Dallas, but always handling business. It's the city that minds its own, stays affordable, and still lets you live good without fighting traffic like it's Mortal Kombat. For Black families looking to build something solid, San Antonio's not just on the map, it's a move. Black homeownership here is on the rise, thanks to low property taxes, a booming job market, and homes that don't require selling your kidney to afford. Median home prices sit comfortably below the Texas big city average, which means your dream of a backyard barbecue, a 2-car garage, and a home office ain't just a Pinterest board. It's doable. And the job scene? Anchored by military bases, healthcare, education, and small business, there's something for every lane, from corporate climbers to creative hustlers. The city's Black population has been growing steadily over the past decade, drawn by affordable living and a community vibe that's welcoming and laid back. And unlike some major metros, San Antonio's cost of living doesn't punish ambition. It rewards it. You can build, breathe, and still have enough left for that weekend getaway to Austin or the Gulf. But here's the real secret. San Antonio's Black culture is rooted. This city's history goes back centuries, and while it's best known for its Hispanic heritage, the Black community is reclaiming its space, with cultural festivals, art collectives, and new businesses turning old corners into hubs of creativity. From Afro-Caribbean food trucks to live jazz nights in Southtown, there's a slow but steady renaissance unfolding. And the energy? It's chill, but purposeful. Think less hustle till you burn out, and more build slow, live long. San Antonio folks value legacy. It's the kind of place where people buy homes, plant gardens, and actually know their neighbors. The city might not be dripping in skyscrapers, but it's rich in community. And that's a flex too many cities can't match. Now don't get it twisted. It's still Texas. Summers are hotter than gospel choirs in July, and you might find yourself side-eyeing a scorpion or two if you move too far out. But when you weigh the peace, affordability, and progress, San Antonio delivers something rare: stability with soul. So if you're tired of chasing paychecks just to survive, and you're ready to live, own, and thrive, San Antonio's waving you in with open arms and good tacos. It's not just a city, it's a sanctuary for those who want to build slow, strong, and Black. Number 6. Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte isn't loud, it's smooth. It moves with quiet confidence, like a boss in tailored linen, sipping sweet tea while checking real estate listings. This isn't just a city. It's a Black middle-class magnet, one of the few places in America where Black professionals aren't just surviving, they're stacking equity, securing the bag, and building legacies. According to McKinsey's Future of Black America report, Charlotte ranks among the top 10 cities for Black upward mobility. Translation? You can get your degree, get your job, and get your house, all without selling your soul or your sneakers. With median Black household incomes hovering around $50,000 plus and affordable home prices compared to the coastal madness, Charlotte's got that sweet spot. Opportunity without the overwhelm. It's not just banks and boardrooms either. Charlotte's Black entrepreneurship scene is thriving. From boutique law firms to food trucks, slinging Carolina-style wings, from beauty brands to blockchain startups, Black business owners here are booked and busy. The city's startup ecosystem is heating up, and programs like the Charlotte Black Business Owners Alliance are making sure that Black-owned means Black thriving. But don't think this is some buttoned-up banker town with no soul. Charlotte's got flavor, rhythm, and Sunday swagger. You can spend your mornings at a family-friendly festival in Uptown and your nights in the historic West End, where old-school vibes meet new-school ambition. This city's Black culture doesn't just exist, it anchors the community. From church choirs that'll shake your spirit to open mics where poets spit bars about generational wealth, Charlotte's heartbeat is undeniably, unapologetically Black. And let's talk lifestyle. Charlotte serves you that southern hospitality with a side of hustle. Want to brunch in black excellence? Hit up spots like Leah and Louise or Uptown Yoke, where the biscuits are fluffy and the conversations are about stock options and soft life. Want green space? The city's parks are pristine. Want nightlife? The rooftop lounges, cigar bars, and live music spots will have you vibing from Friday to Sunday without ever repeating a playlist. Now sure, traffic on I-77 might test your patience, and some neighborhoods are changing faster than a TikTok trend. But Charlotte's core, its black ambition, wealth, and community, is holding strong. It's the kind of city where your neighbor might be a corporate exec, your barber a small business owner, and your Uber driver a real estate investor. Everybody's got a side hustle and a plan, so if you're chasing that sweet mix of affordable living, black prosperity, and southern charm, Charlotte's got a porch seat waiting for you. It's clean, it's calm, it's classy, and it's quietly becoming one of the most powerful black cities in America. Number 5. Austin, Texas. Austin's the quirky one in the Texas family. You know, the cousin who shows up to the cookout with tattoos, a startup, and a vegan brisket recipe that actually slaps. But don't let the weirdness fool you. This city's glow-up is serious business, especially for black professionals. Once called out for losing black residents, Austin spun that criticism like a DJ drop and said, "Watch me work." And work? It did. Apartment List now ranks at number 2 in the nation for black professional success, proving that you don't have to leave Texas to level up. With a booming job market, strong support for black-owned businesses, and new cultural programs, Austin's remixing its reputation into something golden. This is a city where tech money meets trap brunch. You'll find black coders sipping craft coffee next to DJs booking festival gigs and foodies plotting their next pop-up. And those Keep Austin Weird vibes? Black creatives are turning them into Keep Austin Woke, reclaiming spaces, buying homes, and turning East Austin into a canvas of black art, food, and flavor. Of course, let's keep it real. East Austin still carries the sting of gentrification. The rent went from "oh nice" to "you want how much for a studio with no AC?" But instead of packing up, a fresh wave of black locals is fighting back with ownership. They're grabbing deeds, not leases. Launching eateries, opening co-working spaces, and leading tech talks that blend innovation with culture. Austin's new black renaissance is part hustle, part healing, and all heart. And the social scene? Woo! It's got range. One night, you're two-stepping at a rooftop party with views of the skyline, and the next, you're deep in conversation about generational wealth over shrimp and grits at a black-owned brunch spot. Austin's black community isn't waiting for an invitation. They're hosting the event, curating the playlist, and collecting the checks. Yes, Austin still has its challenges. Traffic that makes you question your GPS, rent that's allergic to logic, and tech bros who think seasoning is optional. But through it all, the city's black creatives, coders, and culture shapers are rooting themselves deep, turning every challenge into a blueprint for brilliance. So, can a city rewrite its story and lift its people at the same time? Austin's shouting yes, with a brisket plate in one hand and a business plan in the other. It's weird, it's wild, and it's winning. And if you've got a dream, a laptop, and a love for live music, you just might find your rhythm right here. Number 4. Dallas, Texas. Dallas doesn't whisper, it declares. This city walks into the room like it owns the place. Cowboy boots, confidence, and a credit score on point. Everything's big here, the hair, the highways, and the hustle. And for black folks, Dallas is a whole mood of momentum. The 2024 Urban League Prosperity Index ranks it in the top 5 for black business growth. Entrepreneurs here aren't waiting on permission. They're opening tech firms, launching vegan soul food joints, designing fashion lines, and building wellness brands that pop harder than Juneteenth fireworks. And investors? They're paying attention. Black families here are stacking paper too, with an average income around $52,000, and that number's rising faster than summer temps on I-35. Homeownership's climbing too, thanks to affordable prices and smart buyer programs that help black families buy back the block. Dallas doesn't just talk opportunity, it hands you the keys, literally. And the job market? It's like a buffet with everything you could want. Finance, healthcare, tech, logistics, whatever your lane, there's room to ride. Now let's talk vibe. Dallas is where Southern grit meets corporate glow-up. One minute you're in Bishop Arts sipping on cold brew from a Black-owned cafe. Next, you're vibing in Oak Cliff, where community feels like family and the energy's as bold as the murals on the walls. This city's got swagger, and not the trying too hard kind. The real, deep in the DNA type that comes from culture, creativity, and confidence. And if you've never experienced Dallas's cultural scene, let me paint the picture. Imagine rooftop day parties with DJs spinning everything from Erykah Badu to Megan Thee Stallion, both hometown heroes, by the way. Picture street festivals where food trucks serve catfish and collards with a side of ambition. Or Sunday services that sound like a full-on concert, where folks praise, plan, and plot generational wealth before brunch. Sure, traffic might humble you. You'll question your life choices somewhere on LBJ Freeway, wondering if teleportation is real yet. But every red light feels worth it when you see Black success shining in every corner. From mom-and-pop shops to skyscraper offices, Dallas isn't begging for respect. It commands it, all while looking fly and cashing checks. So if you're dreaming of a city where Black wealth, pride, and progress come with a side of good barbecue and even better connections, Dallas is calling. Bring your ambition and your appetite, because everything here, including the opportunities, comes Texas-sized. Number 3. Houston, Texas. Houston ain't just hot, it's blazing with Black brilliance. Nearly 1 million Black residents call H-Town home, making it the biggest Black hub outside Atlanta. And they're not renting dreams, they're buying deeds. Forbes ranks Houston number 1 in Black homeownership among big cities, over 42% and rising. With booming jobs in energy, healthcare, and tech, Black incomes are outpacing national averages. That's not luck, that's strategy, baby. But Houston's real flex isn't just money. It's melanin-powered culture. From Beyoncé's roots in Third Ward to Slim Thug's neighborhood pride, this city's got rhythm, roots, and receipts. Festivals like the Houston Black Heritage Fest and Afro-Soca Love Market turn downtown into a parade of joy, food trucks, and cultural drip. It's where you can eat gumbo from a food stall, dance to live Zydeco, and bump into a Black millionaire, all in one afternoon. Now, let's talk real life. You know how some cities make you feel like you need a secret handshake just to make a move? Not Houston. This place feels like that cousin who's always got a hookup. Want to start a business? They've got resources. Need a mentor? You'll find one at a networking brunch, probably serving shrimp and grits. Want a house? You can still get square footage without sacrificing your firstborn. And the community pride is loud. You see it in local Black-owned coffee shops like Day 6, in art spaces in Third Ward, and in the unapologetic way people rep H-Town like it's a badge of honor. Folks aren't just climbing ladders here, they're building whole skyscrapers. But don't get it twisted. Houston isn't perfect. Traffic will test your patience, and the humidity, it hugs you like a long-lost auntie who missed you too much. Yet somehow, even that feels part of the charm. Because when you finally pull up to a Black-owned spot like Lucille's or the Breakfast Club, that first bite of catfish and grits makes you forget every red light on I-6 to 10. Houston's magic is simple. It's big dreams with Southern seasoning. It's a city where Black folks don't just participate, they dominate. They're buying homes, opening studios, running firms, and shaping the future one block at a time. So if you're looking for a place that mixes opportunity, culture, and a little two-step under the stars, H-Town might just be calling your name. Bring your ambition and a towel, 'cause baby, it's hot. Number 2, Washington, D.C. D.C. doesn't whisper power. It thumps it like go-go drums echoing through the streets. This city pulses with ambition, from marble monuments to neighborhood murals. They used to call it Chocolate City, and guess what? That flavor never left, it just got seasoned. After years of gentrification trying to remix the soundtrack, Black DC hit play again. Louder, prouder, and richer than before. The numbers prove it. Black households earn over $82,000 on average, the highest among big U.S. cities. Over 35% hold bachelor's degrees or higher, outpacing the national average like it's a relay they trained for. Education isn't optional here. It's currency. And jobs? If you're sharp, ambitious, and not allergic to acronyms, DC's got a lane for you, from government to think tanks, law firms, and global NGOs. But don't let the suits fool you. DC knows how to live. You'll find folksing policy deals by day and stepping into go-go lounges, poetry slams, and rooftop brunches by night. It's the kind of place where networking happens over bottomless mimosas and strategy meetings might end in a jazz club. The blend of intellect and culture here is unmatched. It's Harvard meets Howard with a splash of Henny. And yes, gentrification tried it. It came through with overpriced condos and kombucha shops like it owned the block. But Black DC? Nah. They didn't just adapt, they reclaimed. Black developers, artists, and community leaders are buying back property, restoring old row houses, and breathing life into historic neighborhoods. You'll see Black murals reclaiming walls, Black bookstores reviving culture, and Black chefs rewriting the city's food scene one oxtail taco at a time. What makes DC special isn't just its resume, it's the resilience. This city raised thinkers, builders, and freedom fighters. You can feel it in Anacostia, where locals are mentoring the next generation, in Shaw, where jazz history and new hustle collide, and in Southeast, where residents are turning community pride into ownership. The politics of power here aren't just on Capitol Hill. They're on every block where a Black family owns their home, every business flying a Black-owned sign with pride. But let's be real, DC ain't cheap. Rent can make you reconsider life choices, and parallel parking might test your religion. Yet if you've got drive and vision, the return on investment is sweet. You're not just stacking money here, you're stacking influence, legacy, and connections that stretch coast to coast. At its core, DC is where Black excellence gets strategic. This isn't just about surviving, it's about running the table. From the halls of Congress to community boardrooms, Black DC isn't waiting for a seat. They're chairing the meeting. So, the next time someone says Chocolate City is gone, tell them they need to update their data. The flavor's still here, smarter, richer, louder, and prouder. Because in DC, the revolution didn't fade. It just got Wi-Fi and a mortgage. Number 1. Atlanta, Georgia. You already knew who was sitting on the throne. Atlanta ain't a city. It's a movement, a melody, and a masterclass in Black Excellence 101. The 2025 Urban League Equality Index ranked it number 1 for Black economic progress, and the receipts are glowing. Black households average over $60,000 in income, and Black-owned businesses are thriving like gospel choirs on Sunday morning. This is where success is custom-made, tailored with ambition, and trimmed with Southern swagger. From Spelman to Morehouse to Clark Atlanta, HBCUs here aren't just schools, they're factories of brilliance. Every semester, they send fresh minds into tech startups, law firms, studios, and city hall meetings with one mission: run the show. Atlanta's Black leaders don't just have a seat at the table. They built the table, catered the meal, and invited the whole block. And the culture? Baby, it's undefeated. From Tyler Perry Studios rewriting Hollywood's rules to Sunday brunches that turn into rooftop concerts, Atlanta is a non-stop celebration of hustle and heritage. Stroll the Beltline and you'll see artists painting murals, food trucks slinging wings, and young entrepreneurs handing out business cards with QR codes and confidence. But let's not sugarcoat it. Atlanta's not cheap anymore. That rent might make you clutch your pearls, but folks here will tell you, it's worth it. Because what you're paying for isn't just location, it's legacy. It's the energy of a city where every block feels like it's part of a story bigger than you. Atlanta's power is in its balance, where faith meets finance, where trap beats meet TED Talks, and where community meets creativity. You can find a pastor preaching purpose in the morning and a rapper dropping generational wisdom by night, and somehow, it all blends into one big, beautiful symphony of progress. So if you're looking for a city where Black wealth, art, education, and joy walk hand in hand, Atlanta's waving you in like family at a cookout. Bring your dreams, bring your grind, and bring your appetite. Because in the A, success is served hot with lemon pepper on the side. There you have it. 10 U.S. cities rewriting Black America's story with hustle, joy, and flavor. These aren't just places where Black folks live. They're where we level up. So tell me, which city surprised you? Which one's calling your name? Drop it in the comments, because your next chapter might just start with a U-Haul and a good playlist. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs a little relocation inspiration. Until next time, keep shining, keep winning, and remember, Black success is everywhere. Sometimes, you just gotta look past the skyline.